red Solo cup. I fill you up. Let's have a party. Let's have a party.
Guys, Monday. All day. And, roger that 5x5. Who was bringing the shovel? I think you were bringing the shovel. I was bringing the beer, right? That's right. Inside joke. Lazy Magnolia, Southern Pecan. This is the original Pecan Nut Brown Ale. We established that I wasn't going to have to guess the alcohol on this one. Yeah, this one is 4.5%. Mere lightweight. Should have had a whole bunch of these. The top looks something like that. And the Vikings suck. So, sitting down with Samantha last night, watching the game. They kick it off. Vikings receive it 9 yards back in the end zone. And a guy who couldn't successfully carry the water bucket somehow manages to go 109 yards for a touchdown. Sam looks at me and goes, "That's pretty good, huh?" I'm like, "Yeah." I go, "You better savor that, because that was more than likely the last good thing you're going to see tonight." And it was. I'm a diehard fan no matter what, but our coach is useless, and the whole team is just not clicking this year. And the fact that every single time they turn around, and the analogy that you guys would get would be if you were proud that you bought a High Point, a 380 for about $10,000. Or in the beer world, that I rated Pabst Blue Ribbon a 10. Okay, let's take a look at this. Oh yeah, it's a nut brown, so oh yeah, Heffy, what do you think there, baby? Another successful pour, if I have to say so myself. Look at that, not even any on the rim, unlike Birdman in the bathroom. Speaking of Birdman, my brother, he cracked me up. So he does a gig the other night, and says it was a Blues Brothers moment. Went to go pay the bar tab and realized he didn't make enough money doing the gig to pay off his bar tab. Cheers to you. Sounds like an evening done right. How is your head feeling this morning, by the way? Bloody martinis? Okay. We saw it had some, had good carbonation. The old, I didn't really give it too aggressive of a pour, but she's all burnt off already, so. Kind of smells like a combination of brown ale in the men's locker room. I have to say, of all the beers, they don't necessarily all smell well, and this one does not. Seriously though, it has a... Let's get a nose on that. Does that literally mean you put your nose on the beer? I know, I'm supposed to be a professional. I've actually, have a few brewery viewers actually watching this train wreck now, so from this point on I am going to be much more professional than I ever was in the past. See, even I didn't believe it. Okay, let's go. Seriously though, Greg's beer reviews or beer reviews, he actually commented back to my comment. I'm like, ooh, I'm in the big league now. He seems like a cool guy. One of my favorite lines of his is gonna save the second half for the better half. I don't have to worry about that because she hates beer. Yeah, this doesn't taste anything like it smells. Thank God. Mm. Like a brown ale with pecans. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh yeah, the serious side. Um, Brown ale. Uh, you know, it's not in the category of like my Moose Drool. I'm sorry, but the Moose Drool is one of my favorites, and I really got to pick up some. Actually, the last batch I had was from Bulwark 1911, and I had burnt through all the bottles pretty fast and had to switch to the cans, and that is one that seriously takes a hit in a can. If you've only had Moose Drool in a can, don't judge me because you haven't had it the right way. Okay, so the base, the nut brown ale, is decent. It's not as dark as some of them. It's definitely not as dark as the Moose Drool. It's also doesn't have as heavy of a mouthfeel. You know what I'm saying? But right off the bat, you just get those roasted pecans. And I have to say, I'm not exactly a fan of pecans myself in the form of the pecan, but in here, it's definitely tasty. Yeah, that lack there of head, you know, also known as a typical Saturday night for me, definitely doesn't affect the carbonation because it still feels carbonated. But yeah, a brown ale with a nice roasted pecan flavors to it. Has maybe a little caramel in there too. That's you kind of get that. Actually, kind of get a little bit more of that than the pecans on the finish. Yeah, it's not bad. I'd once again, like we say, one of the mystical rules of how I feel. First of all, the most important, the golden rule over here: life is short. Why drink shitty beer? And second, if something that you really like is the same price as something you said in a brew review wasn't bad and you'd buy it, you never buy that. Just being honest. You know, what amazes me is if I do like this, 30 plus minute video with a beer review at the beginning and then go on to some kind of a rant, it seems like at best I get one or two, that would be Ray and Jerry, bitching about the video being too long, and when I do a bunch of short ones, not really experimentation, just the weekend and whatever, I take more hits for that. John Solar, Jump My Ass, Paul, PA Brew News. Yeah, well, I got news for you, Paul. If you wanna, you better grab yourself a big bottle of Ass Kisser, or I'm gonna open up that Vampire Slayer. I can't believe they only had one left. You know how badly I wanted to dig into one of those, and well, the game. Dig into one of those last night. It's like, oh, it's down in the basement. If I would have just never said anything at all and just drank it, Paul would never know. But I would know. Maybe Paul would know. Man, that stuff is good, though. I have to say it was one of the, well, hands down for me, the most incredible most incredible imperial stout or stout period that I've ever had. So Paul's gonna do a review on it. He's like, yeah, this stuff is shit. Like, oh well. Yeah, it's very smooth, very drinkable. A little sweetness, I think, with the caramel. Just roasted pecans, caramel, and a nut brown. What can go wrong? So, Lazy Magnolia's Southern Pecan. I think it's good. 4.5%. Really don't notice the alcohol in there. Another, I'd say another solid 6 for Lazy Magnolia. Southern Pecan. Like I said, I'm not really a pecan guy, but that was good. It was a good combination with the brown ale pecans. And next, always, like, it's so damn hard. I should just hang like a note right here. What are we looking at tomorrow? So I'm gonna have to put you guys through this shit every single time. Tuesday. Ooh. Not to be a tease, but Paul. Both Pauls for all that matter, but I'm pretty sure that Hazman probably would not like this. He might. I don't know. I still think because it has alcohol in it, one way or the other, Paul would like it. But PA Brew News, I think I'm going to have this now, even though it's actually not breakfast. So, yours is still in there, though, right next to the damn Vampire Slayer. Tomorrow. Let's look at something that is a product of, well, not a product of. The reason it's here is me, as opposed to one of you awesome people. New Holland Brewing Company's Oak Aged Hatter. It's an IPA, ale aged in oak barrels, and I'm pretty sure they always say on there for their alcohol percent. This is a 7.12. I'm waiting to see a third decimal point on one of these. So let's take a look at that tomorrow. And yeah, I gotta still make a phone call over and talk to the manager over at the liquor store, because I got him to I have to have him get some more stuff from Clown Shoes. Stupid name. I'm like talking to people. It's like, oh man, I had the best stout I've ever had. It's even cool because it says Vampire Slayer on it, and hell yeah, I'm keeping that. Keeping that bottle. Hopefully, I'll have many more. Might even put that in the care kit. Of course, at this point in time, I'll need to take out a second mortgage. So yeah, we're gonna look at this. And rants? I don't know. Same old, same old. I guess I don't know if it. I don't know in which means that it became public knowledge, but douchebag. I mean Obama. Yeah, I know. There's people out there. It's like, he's the president. You should show respect. No, he sucks. He doesn't represent me. He doesn't stand for the Constitution. And if the founding fathers were here and had power, he'd already be gone. Draw your own conclusions on that. Roger that, 5x5. Know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, evidently the White House or whatever is now admitted that you won't be able to keep your existing health care. No shit. People like me and probably most of you guys knew that when this train wreck hadn't even left the hadn't even left the station yet. Whole thing's a lie. Whole thing's a joke. Personally, I think there's a side of Obama that wants it to fail so he can go straight on to single payer. Socialized medicine. And it's amazing how many stupid people they are. Me and Howard were talking about an hour ago, and he's about ready to just take a break from everything. Frustration level of dealing with just outright stupid people. You know, there's the one group that are just oblivious and they go through life without actually, you know, finding out what goes on around them and how things get done and maybe being part of a voice. And then there's the other half that shrug their shoulders and go, oh, well, what am I supposed to do? Grow some balls, that's what. Grow some fucking balls. Pick up the phone, call your representatives, write letters, start a YouTube channel, start a Facebook channel. You know, the fact is that, you know, how would John Hancock and all the original boys that signed that piece of paper, what if none of them would have done it? Where would we be today? Probably pretty much where we are right now. Except it would have happened a long time ago. I refuse to give up. I figure in some way I'll probably eventually be silenced. I'll knock on the door and there'll be guys with badges, and next thing you know I'm on the 6 o'clock news, and they come in and they film, the camera crew comes down here, and the walls that are white with nothing on them would all of a sudden have swastikas, and I'd be like some kind of a freaking terrorist, and they'd find explosives, they'd find more explosives, and you know, whole arsenal of 50 cal and firearms and ammunition and that kind of shit, because it'd all be fabricated and bullshit, like I personally believe all of our elections lately. Yeah, I'm sorry you've heard this before, but I just won't let it go. Al Franken, there's no effing way in hell that he won. The comment I made to Nick, Crew Chief 01 today. You know, we had several precincts that had a 100% voter turnout. 100% voter turnout and like 100% for Al Franken. Wow, what are the odds of that? Everybody, if there was 500 people living in that district, all 500 of them went to vote, and they all voted for Al Franken. Look it up. I'm not making that shit up. That happened here in Minnesota. Several of them. You know, of course, they also found some cars with some vote tabulations and stuff in there, and it's like, oh, we're just I realized that this didn't get brought in, and I'm bringing it in. Wow. That right there will put a little hair on your schmeckle. Okay. Don't take this the wrong way, but unfortunately I've had some new subscribers. I know that just all sounds wrong. It's like a little family, but so far it's been good, because a bunch of beer drinkers and a couple of brew review channels have joined the forces, which is cool. It gives me more things to look at. I've been so busy, I gotta admit. A lot of times the problem is I'm like that guy. I watch the video, I thumb it up, and then I move on to the next one, and I don't leave a comment because I've just been like ridiculously busy. Sorry. It's like yesterday, Lighthouse Lady, kind of been subbed to her for a long time. She seems kind of cool. Puts out a little bit, sometimes too many videos on stuff I don't really give a shit about, but still, she put out a shout out video, and there's quite a few people that I really like on there. She even gave Ms. Bomia a shout out. So I went through and I subscribed and said that she sent me to almost every single person that was on her list. I think there was 92, which was the name of the video, 92 shoutouts. So, Lighthouse Lady, you'll never see this. So, yeah. But the other brew channels, trying to interact a little bit more, since I'm supposed to, be part of that community. I'm kind of like the I don't know if it's still over here. Oh, my hat is missing. I've actually got a court jester hat. I'm kind of like the court jester of the brew review channels. I mean, some of you guys just got this shit just nailed down. I appreciate it though, Jameson. I try to make me feel better and made a comment that I don't totally suck. No, actually, he didn't say that. I appreciate that. That actually meant a lot. But he knows what he's talking about, and I just like to drink. Oh, and this time of the year, a couple of you guys have made that comment. You know, you might be like me, you know, heavy into the IPAs, but I tell you, when it starts to cool off a little bit outside, the Imperial Stouts, the Stouts, yeah, I gotta definitely get in contact with the new manager over at the liquor store and put in my wish list, starting with some more Vampire Slayer. Hey, did I mention Vampire Slayer was pretty frickin' good? If I didn't, it was pretty good. Let's put that bottle right next to a few silver 454 bullets, because you never know. Vampire, werewolf, never know what happens. Okay, so obviously, well, not obviously, one of you, Roger that 5x5, will know exactly when I recorded this, which is coming up on 7 o'clock on Monday. Hopefully I will get this thing uploaded tonight. May or may not happen. We are an empty house for tonight, so I'm probably going to spend some time with Ms. Bomey. I'm also working on her video. I sure wish I could make a phone call and talk to the company whose software I use for video editing. The new cameras, like the one we use for her picture-in-picture, shoot at just an incredible resolution. It's like 2157 by 14 or something weird like that. And when I do this video, nothing happens. Everything works perfectly. When I do hers, because I'm using that camera with the really high resolution, it causes the video editing software to crash. So I literally have to dump a scene in, edit it where I want, and quickly go up to save as. And even that isn't good enough. Just because you saved it, if it crashes right then and there, what you just saved is actually not saved. The only way to really make a save is if you've done something like sync the two cameras, which any of you guys that do the picture-in-picture know what I'm talking about. You know, I can do a brew review. I can edit a brew review and have it rendered in less than 30 minutes. And that's like everything, you know, that's like dumped it onto the computer, edited it, rendered it, and it's ready to be uploaded 30 minutes. One of Ms. Bomey's videos, last night I had almost 3 hours into it because of all the takes, but because there were so many individual blocks from that picture-in-picture camera that it just kept crashing the software. I'd have to literally sync a scene, quickly hit save as, close the program because it does a hard save or a much more in-depth save when you close it, reopen it up, dump another scene in, sync it, save it, close it. God, it was getting old. Now, here I am today. I wasn't sure if she wanted something special other than what it is, cabbage rolls, which is what the title ended up being. And I can't actually have it open for more. I had 8 seconds. It's not enough time to edit anything, so the transitions between the scenes can't do anything about it unless I want to completely start over and eliminate the picture-in-picture completely. So I had to basically fire it up and quickly go to the render button, switch it over to 1080 and give it a title and hit create. And I was like, yeah. Then, which is what it's doing right now, then go back in and add a title and edit the picture and stuff at the end. Trust me. And all that came after watching the Vikings game. So I am really surprised I did not put my fist through a 19-inch laptop. Works great as long as I don't use that camera. Okay, there's a political rant and a bitch about my editing software. Perhaps if I just picked up the book called Sony Vegas Pro for Dummies, I have a copy of it, but it's like speaking in another language. Alec357 won't come up here and show me how it works either. So, okay, guys, cheers. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll take a look at the oak aged from New Holland. The last thing I had from them was the Dragon's Milk. Yeah, the reason that I kept calling it Dragon Slayer instead of Vampire Slayer is I looked at that and got imprinted in my brain what there is of it. So, okay, Mickler breakfast. Beer geek breakfast to be exact. Oh, Paul, I bet you wish you were here right now, huh? But you're not. So go lay by your bowl. Yeah, I'm gonna get it for that one. Okay, guys, I'll see you tomorrow, and make the best of your Tuesday until we get back together.